Well, he's definitely got a good pedigree and definitely some good training in his corner. Concepcion coming firing out of the corner here for round number 1 in this flyweight bout. Concepcion with the mohawk, in case you can't tell the difference. They're both wearing white trunks.
That is an old school. That's a Mr. T kind of
That definitely, that's not the typical faux hawk you see from the modern day kid. That is old school mohawk.
Sick and tired of that faux hawk.
I'm with you on that one. Quick hands so far by both fighters. Concepcion definitely likes to exchange what we think is going to be a stand-up fighter in Chris Cole and what we expect to see as a ground game fighter in Concepcion, but we're not so sure just yet. So far, it's been all stand-up in the first 30 seconds. We'll see how this fight evolves.
And Cole's, he's really not looking to engage. He's kind of sticking and moving a little bit here. Looks like he does have a significant reach advantage.
He does. I wasn't expecting that because the height and the weight were pretty much the same.
Yeah, he's sitting. It looks like he's sitting down. He's crouching in his stance, but that'll sneak that jab out there.
.358 to go in the opening round. Chris Cole, Chris Concepcion. So far, Concepcion a bit busier among the two fighters with his hands. Nothing solid has landed just yet. They're still feeling each other out here as we get a minute and a half into the first round. Nice kick there by Concepcion, almost landing. That one a little bit toward the midsection. Cole trying to fire back. Concepcion backs him up. But we should see Cole try to use that jab, like you said, with a little bit of a height advantage and a reach advantage.
Kind of throw that jab out there and maybe finish with a low kick. And you gotta give the smaller guy a reason not to come in.
Exactly.
You know, there's not much use for a reach advantage
if you don't use it.
If you don't use it, exactly. And that's what I like to see him do right there. Kind of stick a couple jabs in there and finish with a leg kick and then circle out. That's frustrating as heck when a guy bigger than you comes in on you, tags you, and you look up and he's gone. Immediately goes for the underhook, so he's got a strong wrestling base, I can tell. He's throwing good combinations.
Yeah, Cole's starting to opening up a little bit more here as we get midway through the opening round. Concepcion still trying with the kicks.
It seems like he might be getting more comfortable and finding his range and everything like that. Let's see if he comes in and finishes with a kick again. He is. He's starting. He's starting to get his groove now.
Perhaps he was listening to your advice from the broadcast booth.
Well, I've spent some time in the Sit Yacht Tongue gym. I know how the style goes, and it's a very effective style.
Concepcion with the takedown here.
And immediately, good hips, right back up to his feet.
Certainly a contrast from what we saw from that last fight, Alex.
Exactly. Not content to be on his back, get up and out.
2:11 to go in the opening round.
Nice finishing with the kick again. A little teeth.
That one straight through.
Right to the face. Beautiful, moving.
Looks like Cole kind of settling in a bit here, Alex, having seen what Concepcion brings to the table. But another big takedown for Concepcion.
And again right back up.
On his feet.
Right back up and out.
Not letting him get anything going once they get on that ground. Cole is very quick and elusive. He is tough to get a hold of.
And this is going to be frustrating for Concepcion here. That you think you get in on good takedowns. He's finishing with kicks. Your legs are getting a little hurt. You want to take it to the ground. You think you do, and boom, he's right back up.
Nice uppercut with the right hand by Cole. Not able to finish or back it up with any additional punches. So Concepcion still on his feet. A bit dazed there momentarily.
You know, right here is the point in time. If I was Cole, I would try to put my foot on the gas a little bit. You stuff two of his takedowns. You can see maybe mentally he might stop breaking a little bit. Exactly. Come forward, put your foot on the gas.
Just missed.
Keep coming forward.
Oh, a big right hand from Cole. And like you said, he's coming forward. He sort of backed up for a second. Maybe thought it was going to get stopped. Tried a wild flying knee. Almost went on his backside.
You don't want to take chances here. You got a chance to finish the fight.
I think he may have taken it for granted when he landed a couple of blows and thought that it might be stopped.
Nice knee.
Big knee with that.
And right attack. Leg. He needs to attack.
Exactly.
He needs to attack.
You got to finish him. He has got Concepcion dazed. But Concepcion again trying to get a takedown. Not happening.
Again,
now Cole
stuffed
it like you said.
He's got the quarter Nelson in there now.
Right back on his feet.
It's a good, strong wrestling base, and now he's getting his flow going.
I think Cole would rather keep it standing up. He's had so much success in the second half of this round.
Absolutely.
Really landing some flush shots and hurting Concepcion here.
He's got some blood coming from the face. I can't tell where, but
it's definitely there, like you said. 10 seconds to go in this opening round. Looks like Concepcion will survive, but Chris Cole turning it on late, Alex.
Yep.
and I don't want to say stealing the round, but definitely grabbing the round toward the latter half. Good opening here. So some early action in this flyweight bout. So far, very impressive. Concepcion still looking a little bit dazed and wobbly. Cole just taking a breather in between, but a really strong finish for Chris Cole.
Absolutely.
And you see,
thought he might have had the chance, the opportunity there to.
I thought so. He backed up a second and kind of looked toward his corner, and he said, keep going, keep going. I think maybe he thought it was going to get stopped, and so he took his foot off the pedal a bit. You don't want to do that at any point, especially against an inexperienced fighter like Concepcion. Now, there is some blood, like you said, and it appears the ringside doctor is inside the cage now, just about to take a look and maybe see if it's anything serious, but it doesn't appear to be anything that would hinder Concepcion's ability to finish, but you never do understand, you never do know until they take a look at it. But a good round for Chris Cole, really using his stand-up game to his advantage, using his reach toward the end of that round. Definitely a good round for him. Looks like Concepcion's okay, and he will continue into round number 2.
You see the point I was making earlier when you mentioned his one loss to Mr. Dave?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not a bad loss to take.
Not a bad loss at all. And you see, definitely Cole brings a lot to the table, so no shame in that loss whatsoever.
And I'm impressed with this Concepcion here. That in his pro debut to really not get phased by it. He keeps fighting back. He definitely didn't win that round, but he didn't really get that deer in the headlights look in his eyes, and that's a good sign. He comes out and he's still aggressive and he's moving. But Cole definitely looks like the stronger fighter, and really looks like a seasoned vet here for only his 4th.
He does. He definitely does. And I thought Concepcion got off to a good start with those 2 takedowns, even though Cole stuffed them both and got back on his feet. It just shows some good assertion and aggressiveness on Concepcion's part. Nice kick there to the chest by Concepcion. Might have snuck that in a bit. Cole back in his crouch. Big right hand. That one caught Concepcion flush. Missed with that one. Gave Concepcion a bit of an opening, but not able to complete the takedown. And now he's got Concepcion on his knees and back against the cage. We'll see if he can get a guillotine here.
Looking for it.
Trying to sink it in. In the meantime, land a couple of shots in the midsection just to keep him honest.
Looks like he's got somewhat of a dar stroke, but he doesn't have an arm in there.
At the very least, he is the aggressor and definitely has a dominant position here. Concepcion not able to do much at all. Somewhat deep, but not entirely. Maybe not enough to finish it, Alex.
He's setting it up. He's setting up the guillotine in there now.
3:36 to go.
Gotta get that right leg out now. Now almost, I think it's at the point now where I think if he just shucks him by, uses his wrestling, shucks him by, and then smothers him into side control, he can finish this fight up against the cage.
With his striking ability, I agree 100%. Trying some uppercuts, trying to sneak those in. Concepcion now back on his feet. Big knee to the face, 2 knees
Posting
back to
on that
back.
head, elbow. This is sit your tongue 101 right there.
Absolutely. Concepcion.
And again, calm forward, pressure, kicks, punches.
Exactly.
He
No
needs
reason
to keep
to stop.
moving forward.
Absolutely.
The Prince is backing up. He's backing up.
Oh, he
Great
caught him
kick.
again with the leg. Concepcion's wobbly. He's starting to lose his defense and his guard. This may come to an end real soon. Now Cole's starting to take your advice and just push
He smells
forward.
the blood, and you got to finish the fight.
2:47 to go.
Working the body, and he's mixing everything up. Knees, elbows, working the body. Over the top with an elbow. Concepcion just keeps fighting back, man. This kid has got hot.
He's tough.
This is a tough kid. This is a tough fight for your pro debut, and to be able to just keep in the fight like he's doing, this is impressive.
It's
on
definitely
both
impressive.
ends.
2:27 to go.
I thought he might have been out of this fight 3 or 4 different times, and
I agree.
He keeps fighting back.
He's still standing, barely, but he is still standing.
The fact that this is your pro debut and you're able to perform like this.
He is still on his feet. Cole must be thinking, what do I got to do to finish this fight? At the very least, he is winning handedly, but Concepcion hanging around. Nearly connected with that right leg kick. Nice takedown for Concepcion. Where did he dig that one out of? 1:53 to go.
He's
Now
working
trying
a
to gain
triangle.
some dominance. Yeah, absolutely. Interesting turn of events here.
Now, this is what we thought in the beginning, that this might be his strong suit, and so let's see what he does here. Let's see if he sees a sense of urgency of trying to. He gets
Nice
an armbar.
flip.
That
is brilliant. Brilliant flip into the armbar by Chris Cole, and he finishes off Chris Concepcion. A brilliant finish to this bout. That was impressive. We saw striking, we saw elbows, and just a perfectly executed armbar. I mean, he brought that on out of nowhere. And we want to check out the replay here. Versailles trying to get something going. Take us through this, Alex.
Well, he gets the leg over, and he got the hand control, and that was it. You know, pretty much straight, basic armbar. Got it, picture perfect. That's it, look at that elbow extending. Done.